Welcome to another studio series, Old versus New, because I've pretty much accepted that Old versus New is largely a Transformers series. There will be some other things here and there, but I just love comparing the first version of a figure with the latest version, and when it comes to drift, it's not very straightforward. Because before, it's always been like the same vehicle or like the exact same thing. But I thought about it and I'm like, what can I compare the new drift to? Because I do have the old helicopter drift, that giant Voyager class figure that was a retool of the Dark of the Moon Voyager class. But the thing is, what was the Voyager for Dark of the Moon? Skyhammer. Dark of the Moon Skyhammer. He was a retool of him. And I do have that, but it would be a really weird comparison because he's just a retool of a toy that, like, existed before Drift existed for Age of Extinction. But this, I feel like, is a fairer comparison because they're both deluxes. They're both kind of going for the basic Autobot Drift robot mode, except one's a car and one's a helicopter. So yeah, this is going to be a little interesting. We can't really fairly compare the alt modes, but we're going to anyway, because why not? But we're largely going to focus in on the robot modes here. So let us talk about individually this drift first, because yeah, this is a completely all-new figure for Drift for Age of Extinction. And as you can see, he is very blue. He is a very, very blue boy. He has kind of a normal blue for everything else, and he has like a lighter metallic-y blue for, you know, some highlight parts and everything. Very basic colors, like just light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue. There's no kind of line work or anything. It's pretty basic. And that head sculpt kind of going for the samurai mask. He's very smiley. He has some interesting lips. Definitely not very defined. Very weird looking head sculpt. We'll compare the heads later, don't worry. The rest of the body, though, is kind of cool. I really like the armored look. I really like how these car panels form armor, and I like how the legs look like they have some nice armor on them. He also has a very armored back, because most of the car is on his back. As you can see, it's pretty much how it folds up. You'll see the transformation in a minute. But yeah, interesting robot mode. Articulation-wise, ball joint at the head, universal joints at the shoulders, swivel and hinge at the elbow there, and he has a hinge joint at the wrist. Nothing at the waist, but he does have universal joints at the hips that can move forward pretty much that far until you have to kick it over. Then he has a thigh swivel with the guard over that. He has a very kind of restricted knee bend if you don't move the kibble out of the way entirely, so you got to make sure you get that out of the way. But if you get everything out of the way, at least you try to, it's pretty much just going to bend about 90, and then the foot can do that. So yeah, not bad. Not a bad figure. I still like it. I still have it in my collection, so that's good. There's some things where a new version comes out and I get rid of the old one. But when it comes to this, I still like this figure enough to keep it around, and I wasn't really compelled to buy the Last Night retool of it because I like this more. I like the blue more, and I think this looks nice. So there's that. Then let us talk about this drift. This is the helicopter drift released for Studio Series, and this is not an entirely unique mold. While it does have some unique parts and some unique transformation elements, this is a retool of that helicopter drift figure not a lot of people were a fan of. Me personally, I really do like that helicopter drift. I kept calling him drift, didn't I? Helicopter drop kick. They both start with D, that's why I called him drift. Yeah, this is a retool helicopter drop kick. And I do like that drop kick, but I also like this drift a lot, and I think it's way better than the drop kick, and I actually do like this figure more than that one, spoiler alert. So let's talk about how he looks first. He kind of has like this really black look to him. Look at that head sculpt. That is so good. Actually looks like a samurai mask. The chin beard is actually painted. Actually looks like Drift's face. I remember back for... I think it was last night, there was a Drift toy, and I heard a parent say, like, the Transformers are looking more and more human. Since when were they looking so human? And I'm like, you know, I was so tempted to say, you know, back in the day, they pretty much just had human faces with square noses and silver, Like, that's basically what they used to look like. Until Michael Bay turned them into monsters. But yeah, I think that head's really nice. And look at this. He has this really nice highlight work for the shoulders and the armor and the knees there. The legs are pretty much shared from Dropkick, unfortunately. But you know what? It's all right. It's no biggie. But yeah, look at that. All the nice little light blue highlights and everything really looks nice. I really do like the look of that. He just looks really good. And let's compare those head sculpts while we're here. Just to see, yeah, the new one's way better. Way. It's like that Predator in To Catch a Predator. Way. When he got caught by Chris Hansen, that's what he said. Chris asked him, so where did you come from? And he's like, oh, I came from way. I guess that's what happens when you get caught trying to hook up with a young girl, huh? Anyways, yeah, this is an interesting comparison. Sorry for that little tangent, but it's definitely interesting to see. Of course, the new one's kind of smaller because it's going for the Studio Series scaling. But you know what? The difference isn't really that much at all. I mean, look at that. Like, that doesn't really matter to me. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint. And you can actually get some pretty decent range out of it, considering that helmet. He has ball-jointed shoulders, and the ball joint's actually on a hinge as well. So you get a lot of range there. You can actually get him kind of forward and back. Really do like those shoulders. Look at that. Really do like the range. Hinge swivel elbows. Nothing at the wrist, really. Nothing at the waist. But his legs are on ball joints. Then kick forward pretty good. Kick out to the side a lot. Thigh swivel. And then hinged knees that go about 90 like his predecessor. And nothing at the ankle, really. I mean, unless you want to start untransforming him. But his feet are kind of shaped in a way where you really don't need ankle articulation. That's the thing. Every Transformer doesn't need ankle articulation. Like, look at that. That's fine. He doesn't need ankles for that. Like, look, he can do the splits, and he doesn't really need ankles for that. He's fine, because he's a robot. He has robot bits. So yeah, accessory-wise, let's talk about those two, because I'm kind of being a little scatterbrained. He came with... Ooh. Okay. Whew. Oh, man. Ooh, dust. I'm kind of sensitive to dust. He comes with 2 big gold swords, and he comes with 2 small gold swords that can plug in there. So that's epic. And he comes with 2 big swords, and those are just little blades. Those actually can't be used as accessories, unfortunately. But he comes with 2 big swords. Oh, yes. Oh, drift with his swords. Alrighty, let's transform him. So the transformation, this is kind of odd because they transform into different things. So the transformation on this one's interesting because, you know, it's interesting, I guess. Well, one's a car and one's a freaking helicopter, so there's going to be differences. But yeah, one funny thing is that the Last Night version basically is the same transformation-wise, except that the car is pretty much on the other end at the end of the transformation. So like this would be the front of the car. It's kind of funny how they did that. I really do prefer his Bugatti mode over his Mercedes-Benz. Why did they... Probably Bugatti just saying, no, we don't want to be in it. And they're like, okay, gotta change the car then. It's not like they have a choice, you know. It's pretty much... one thing with the Michael Bay movies, the cars are pretty much picked before the characters. That's one thing I've kind of learned. I feel like the cars are picked before the characters. I know they kind of go into the like the car showrooms, and these car manufacturers are like, oh, you could have this car in your movie, you know, because it's basically an advertisement for the freaking car, right? And then they're like, yeah, we'll use this car. Who are we going to have it as? I don't know. When I first saw Drift in promo pictures, I thought he would be Smokescreen. That would be the natural choice, right? But no, he's Drift, because Drift, I guess, he's a character. Yeah, it would have been cool to see Smokescreen. I think this car would have really worked for Smokescreen, in my opinion. But you know what? It's fine. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of doing whatever. It's like when people say, oh, you should transform it like that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't care, man. I haven't looked at Transformers instructions in freaking ever. Like, see this right here. It doesn't want to freaking go in. And someone would be like, oh, he cringe. He didn't blah, 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 do the thing. And I don't care, man. I don't care. Why is that not going in, though? It's really annoying. Can that just, like, go in, please? What's going on here? It's like that one video. What is going on here? Breakfast! Okay. This is really irritating me. Jump cut. Got it! Alrighty, so I just got it tabbed in. I was just kind of being a dumb, and I wasn't really paying attention. So you get these swords tabbed in down here, and then these swords have these little small holes, and I know they... Actually, I think these ones... Where do these ones store? I feel like I know there's a place. I think they're supposed to go in... No, they don't go in here. That tabs in right there. Where do these ones go? Peculiar. See, they got the little holes there. I don't see a spot. I don't see a slot. I don't see a spot. So, you just stuff these ones in, guys. You just stuff those in just like that. And then just hope they don't fall out. I feel like there's a spot, though. I feel like I'm being dumb. I feel like I'm being a dumb. So let's just untransform him. Let's undo all that time I spent. Yes, I'm right. There's a spot. I'm like, I know there's a freaking spot. Right there, there's holes. There's holes. You put them in there. Jeez. Jeez, a little weasel. I'm like, I know there's a spot. I know I'm being an idiot. I know there's a spot. Okay, so then get it tabbed back in. Oh my gosh. How did I do this before? I think I like... What did I do? Because you got to get that over. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, I was being an idiot. I knew there was a spot. Okay, so there is Age of Extinction Drift in his car mode. It's a Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Yeah, it's actually a really nice car. I keep him in the car mode because, you know, he's car mode drift. And this is a nicer robot mode. So, yeah, obviously, that pretty much answers that for what I prefer. So, yeah, let's transform this one. And then we'll just compare the alt modes, I guess. I have not transformed this guy in a while, man. So this one's going to be fun and interesting. I know he's got a really unique vehicle mode. It's pretty much Cybertronian, isn't it? And he's got these missile pods. These are actually accessories, too. He's got those that come off. Okay, so that kind of spreads out. I really do like this transformation, though. I'm just trying to remember how to freaking do it. Why do you make me do this? Oh, and then this is an accessory, too, right? Yeah. That's an accessory, too. That just comes off for... and you can plug this onto the arm. Yeah, I forgot about that awful accessory. I hate when they just take a car mode part and they're like, it's an accessory, guys. But yeah, that's awful. Anyways, let's do this. And then what you do next is geez, old weasel. I pretty much just go by the hinges. So I'm like, I see hinges there, and then I see hinges there. So you hinge those, and they go somewhere. That was funny. Alrighty. So if he's like drop kick, and he's gonna have like this flip me do, right? He's gonna do a flip me do. Okay, so yeah, you get those, and then he does a flip me do right there. Okay, so flip me do time. This is really involved. The point of this, the reason why I decided to actually show the transformation differences is because this guy's really involved. Like, there's a lot going on with the studio series. Like, look at this. Look at what I'm looking at here. There's a lot. Why is it not wanting to rotate? There we go. So, yeah, then that goes down. And then, I mean, once you figure it out, it's not too difficult. But figuring it out is the hard part. But then again, like I've said in all of these videos, figuring it out is the fun of it. And just looking at the instructions to me is so lame. It's like, no. You know, figure it out yourself, man. Have fun. Like, look at this. I feel so proud of my little self now that I've figured it out. Like, look at that. Look. Look, I'm figuring it out, man. It's pretty epic. See how you get that. I'm sorry for my blister, by the way. I have to address it in every single video. I hurt myself today doing some yard work, and I got the blister. So, yeah, that's why that's there. But yeah, let's, that piece flips there. This is really fun, though. It's really fun to just find these out. And if anyone ever goes to these videos looking to actually figure out how to transform these, you're going to the wrong guy. Best YouTuber to look at how a toy transforms is MGO, especially since he does the Just Transform It videos now. If you want to know how to transform something, just go to MGO, man. But if you want to see a comparison of the oldest version with the newest version in detail, go to my videos. So yeah, I mean, I'm not like trying to copy somebody. I'm kind of doing my own thing here, definitely. And then those, oh man, that's kind of cool. I like how that goes together. And then, see, it's like, it's been so long since I've done this, I'm kind of rediscovering it, and I love that. I love that about a transformer. When it's been so long since you've done something, you're rediscovering it. Like those little things. I totally forgot about those. I love those. And then you just get these flipped out, and then you get all the extra bits on. This is one of those transformers that suffers from, if he is missing parts, then he will look awful. I think that goes that way. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, please. I don't remember. This is like some weird made-up helicopter anyways. It doesn't really matter. Because he actually has like this weird Cybertronian mode helicopter. So let's see, what way do the blades go? Blades go this way. So yeah, he has like these two big blades. These two big helicopter blades, and then he has these two tiny helicopter blades. And with that, there we go. There is helicopter drift in, can we get spin? There we go. Helicopter drift in vehicle mode. So yeah, obviously these vehicle modes can't really be too compared because one's a car and one's a helicopter. But I gotta say, using the alt mode parts, the helicopter drift, I feel like integrates the alt mode parts into the robot mode a little bit better, because he looks kind of clunky, and he has pretty much the whole car on his back. Now, granted, he pretty much has the whole canopy of the helicopter on his back, but he also folds up a lot of stuff nicely on the legs, and the arm kibble isn't nearly as bad on drift as it is on dropkick. So, of course I gotta give it to the Studio Series, because, I mean, there's a difference of about, like, 3-4 years of engineering into, into these. So, pretty much take your pick. If you really want the car, go with the car mode one. But if you really want, a good-looking robot mode drift from Age of Extinction, go with the helicopter one. I really do like this helicopter. It looks really nice. It's just good. Like I said, I did consider comparing this to the helicopter drift Voyager class. I still have that, but it's not a drift toy. It's a Skyhammer toy just painted up as drift. So I don't really feel like it's fair. But these are actually drift figures. So anyways, there we go. There's my old versus new out of the way. Definitely kind of different, definitely kind of odd. Especially since this is actually a figure that offers something new to this. But they're both Age of Extinction drift. I figured it'd be fun to just take a look at these and compare them. Alrighty guys, so there we go. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO Box address, and frequently asked questions down in the description below. I talk way too fast for my outro. That's why I always slip on my words. Alrighty guys, have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Adios!